It's coming up a week since Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 released, and so I wanted to go over all of the changes. I was planning on making this video earlier, but I really couldn't be bothered to, and here we are now. Also, it did take me ages to record this gameplay. This is my first squad win, and yeah, I just had the recording curse. Plus, start of the new season, everyone's a bit more kind of mixed up. I don't know why it is, but the matchmaking seems to just be a bit weirder at the start of each season. Now into the changes, we have 3 different assault rifles that have not been in the game before. The most recent one actually came out this morning, a little patch they made because I think it was meant to release with the new season, but they weren't able to get it out. It is the MK Alpha Assault Rifle. Works basically the same as the MK7, just a bit slower fire rate and a new design and a slightly altered sound. We also have the Flapjack Rifle, a new LMG. We don't normally have LMGs in the game, but this one also has a mythic. I'll get more into the mythics later. And yeah, I'd probably pick it up over an SMG. It's a pretty solid gun. Nick30 posted a short where he legitimately just sprayed with 3 of them, got a kill, and then admittedly got jump scared by the drum shotgun, which is another change that they have made. Back to the assault rifles though, we also have the thermal DMR replacing the Cobra DMR. This one I think could probably be used by most keyboard and mouse players. The other ones have kind of been a bit harder to control. I'm not sure if that's recoil or if it's kind of general inaccuracy, but the thermal DMR is low recoil and it has a toggleable thermal scope. That's kind of a new thing, they haven't really done that before. As well, we have, as I mentioned before, the drum shotgun. That is replacing the combat shotgun, and we have the combat SMG coming in. So a much better combat coming in, but it is sadly replacing the twin mag while the old SMG stays in the game. They did, however, change the sounds. It sounds pretty cool. You can have a listen now. So what do you think? I think it sounds pretty nice. Next, our rotation. So last season we had pretty much overall we had the ODM gear, we had the lightsabers, we had Spider-Verse web shooters, and the kinetic blade. All 4 of those were pretty solid, and it made it a lot easier to get around the map. This season, none of those are in the game. All of them have been vaulted, and our only replacement isn't even rotation, it's the kinetic boomerang. Now the kinetic boomerang works kind of like Darth Vader's lightsaber last season, and you can throw it, and you are also able to recall it earlier if you wanted to. It explodes and comes back to you, but this boomerang locks on to players, and it does 60 damage each hit. It's actually pretty solid if someone's gliding in off spawn, or if someone's like close range and out in the open. You can use this. It does, however, stop you from doing other things until you have the boomerang back in your hand. Weird little thing that probably not many people have noticed, the boomerang is able to be held only because you're holding some weird glove. I'm not sure why that is, but if you look at your character model, you are actually holding a glove when you hold the boomerang. As well, onto the mythics, we have 3 different mythics that have come in start of season. The Cybertron cannon, which is the collab with Transformers. So it's a powerful, quick, and explosive projectile according to the Fortnite blog. And you can basically deal about 120 damage. You get knocked back, but it's a charging up weapon that deals like a little laser bullet that hits quite heavily. I think that one's probably the rarest of the 3 because the next one is to replace the pulse rifle. So now if you go up to Loot Island and claim the island, you won't get the pulse rifle sadly, but instead you will get a mythic drum shotgun. It's not really as good. I'm not a big fan of the drum shotgun, but it's here and it kind of has a decent buff. I'm not sure if people will be excited to go to Loot Island as much as they have been in the past. Now as well, the vaults there are 3 new vaults. We have 6 in total. One is at Mega City, one is at Shattered Slabs, one is at Brutal. Now the 3 new ones are located to the west of Slappy Shores, the south of Shattered Slabs, and the east of the Citadel. It kind of has a nice pattern, but it now means that there will only be a 50% chance of a vault spawning where you've dropped. So it still has to be obviously at those 6 locations, but now it's not a determined vault. You won't get one every time. Sometimes it'll spawn at other locations. As you can see, I'm marking where they are on the map right now, which I didn't even remember I did. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'd say the vaults are like exactly the same as they were, but they now drop you the mythic flapjack rifle. That's probably the best of the 3. I would pick it up over an SMG. Now we also have some carryovers: the Havoc Pump, Havoc Suppressed Assault Rifle, Maven Auto, Red Eye Assault Rifle, which actually is no longer in, but it was at the start of the season, Submachine Gun, Tactical Pistol, Heavy Sniper Rifle, Chug Cannon, Heisted Breacher, Heisted Accelerant, and Run and Gun. So the Twin Mag, the Blink Mag actually, is no longer in because the Twin Mag was just removed, so it would be a bit weird if the Twin Mag was still partly in. And we're not sure why the Explosive Red Eye isn't in, but the normal Red Eye is? I don't understand that. Same with the Mythic Havoc Pump. I kind of feel like they could have kept that in. It was a real favorite of mine. Also the Shadow Tracker, that's the only other one that is still in. Apart from that, it's fresh stuff. Now also augments. We actually have some new augments that have come in. Primal Companion, gain thermal vision and regenerate health while riding an animal. The thermal vision can be a bit annoying, but I think it's a good augment overall. Probably not likely to use this one as much because animal riding is very difficult. Wild Wasp Weaponry. This is a new Wild Wasp animal that you can kind of find. It's like fireflies, but they're hostile and they can break builds and deal 8 damage per hit. You can receive a few Wild Wasp jars and gain an additional with every elimination. It's kind of a mid-tier augment. We don't really know how Wild Wasps work properly yet, so we'll find out soon and maybe it'll be worth it. Sprint Lines. Gain a slap effect upon using vines, rails, zip lines, or ascenders. This one's pretty good, but best on the grind rails and the grind vines because you can't really sprint on a zip line or an ascender. Shell Slide. W augment. You can gain shotgun shells while sliding. Swift Shotgun Reload. Reloads your shotgun faster, just like the SMG one. Reckless Rifle Reload only reloads faster on an empty mag. It's an interesting augment, and medium ammo acquired. Instantly gain medium ammo and some more when you open containers. That one's very bad, I'd say. I don't think people really need that much medium ammo. A lot of augments have came back, but some ones from Chapter 4 Season 1, Rarity Check, Shotgun Striker, and Soaring Sprints are back. Job boards are now in, and you can pick between 3 jobs, visit locations, eliminate players, and search chests. They're all kind of reasonably good, and they don't give you that much gold, but they're there, and it's always a good thing to do if you're claiming a POI or something, and you get the vision of where the chests are. Now onto the map change. This is a big thing. Anvil Square, the little mountain bit with the cave where Tilted Clock Tower was, and the Slap and Go landmark have been replaced by the new jungle biome. Now Slap and Go, as I just mentioned, has been changed to Slap and Gone because half of the POI has fallen off. You'll see it soon in the video because I actually head over there soon. But Slap and Go is now kind of half broken. The main part of this though is the jungle POI. There is Shady Stilts, Creaky Compound, and there is Rumble Ruins. All three of these are pretty solid POIs, but Creaky Compound is probably the worst because it's legitimately just some flat land with a few buildings chucked on it. Shady Stilts has some nice dock areas, some high elevation changes, and overall has a nice cozy look to it. River running straight down the center, which is always a good sign for a POI. As well, Rumble Ruins, massive temple design, reminiscent of the Citadel because they both kind of have that massive themed building. Really nice to look at, but you know who you are. One of my teammates that I was playing with today actually fell off the edge and died. Yeah, not exactly the most fun. New Battle Pass, I covered that in my last video. Go check it out. It kind of needs to do a bit better because it only got 45 views. As well, speaking of other videos, I did cover the Flapjack in a short that should have came out recently. Now, as well, ranks will reset in the new update. There has already been the new season update, but ranks will reset shortly after. I'm not sure why that is. They could have just made it so it resets with the new season, but they didn't. And so you'll be able to get a new rank and see if you can do a bit better than last time. As well, Ranked Season 0 isn't technically the start of Ranked. Ranked Season 1 begins in Chapter 4, Season 4, and this is kind of the trial run for Fortnite to figure out what works in Ranked and what doesn't. Also, a very small change, harvesting tools are now called pickaxes, which is a great change. It's very small, but I mean, it's kind of worth it because why would they ever have been called a harvesting tool in the first place? That's pretty much all of the changes though. The only things, as you saw there was a few new plants. I just used the hot plant that sends you flying. It works even better with soaring sprints. And there's a few small things like that that I'm sure I probably didn't cover. Don't get mad at me in the comments. I'm just trying to remember things off the top of my head and get this video out to you guys as quickly as possible because I'm already way behind schedule. That's all we have. There's only a few things that are missing in Ranked, which is obviously a good thing that they're kind of balancing stuff out. The loot pool isn't the exact same, which was the chaos we were in last season. But yeah, that's all we have for this video, so I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, check out some of my other videos. They're all on my channel, and you can even check out my live streams that have been on my channel for months. If you like these news videos, please tell me in the comments so I keep doing them. I'm always keeping up to date with the news, so it'll be going to waste anyway. I also have a brand new Fortnite org called Alter. It's a team that has currently 5 members, but I'm looking to expand, so if you know anyone, please tell me. And that's all. See ya.